put the cartridge ink in the pen and write about how I am affected. Then I put the insulin in the pen and slowly inject it. Ironic. A poetic diabetic. That may sound funny, I get it, yet these last few years have been hectic. Running high in flight for so long, then suddenly I skydived, plummeted. Luckily my parachute ejected. My pancreas decided to give up, triggered by a salmonella bug which turned septic. A bacterial disease I caught in Bali near the monkey forest, along with things that I was stressed with. Mouth dry, constantly thirsty. As I put the liquid to my lips, I could not help but drink and drink, not realising I was like a sieve. As I urinated and urinated the sugar my body could not live with. Diagnosed at 23, type 1 diabetes. I had wondered why my energy had felt so low. I suppose it was the glucose, those symptoms of lethargy. Hyperglycemia that I thought was just feelings of adulthood. All of that sugar that my body could not absorb just floating around in my blood. How tired I always was, very lethargic. No pump in the gym even when I worked at my hardest. The strangest feeling. I began to lose weight. Never had the faintest idea why. At first I got along with my new lifestyle. I swerved the wrong foods and started eating to preserve my lifestyle. I got used to the daily injections and blood testing. Just 1 month later, I found myself protesting. Objection! Huge frustration of my newly found diagnosis came with rejection. I was angry. I felt I could not compete as well as I used to when I played rugby. Am I weak? The next stage after rage was neglect. I suffer with OCD and it told me not to inject. Consuming scary amounts of alcohol was my downward fall, because I never knew the potentially fatal effects. I was battling mental health and diabetes. Something had to intercept, before I destroyed my body in debt as I was taking away time from my life. A year later I knew I'd pay the price, if I kept allowing myself, my health to self-destruct. So I picked back up the pen to reconstruct. I wrote about how I felt, emotion, I put it all out on the page, it was enough. I got help, went on the Daphne course, yet days still can be tough. But I am happy I'm here living with T1D, as it will never get the better of me. I would just like to thank Sir Frederick G. Banting, who discovered insulin, as without him, I would not be here living.